Hi, I hope you're all very well. I'm just doing this video to announce UK Targeted Individuals Day 2021. So I hope you're all doing really well. I hope you're managing to find as much peace as possible. And thank you for tuning in and watching this video. This video will probably last about 15 to 20 minutes, so please, I'm asking you to invest the full amount of time in this video and find out exactly about the event, and then please RSPV at the end with the Facebook event link in the description. So I just want to start by saying that thank you very much for everyone who came last time in 2019 when we held a big event, and we had about 60 people according to our mailing list down that day, possibly slightly more, possibly up to 70. And yeah, we had a really good turnout, and I'm wanting to encourage all of those people who came last time to also come again this time. And the reason why I'm starting off with this point is because if we approach it from that way, where we get everyone who was there last time, then we know we're already going to get more people this time, because we'll have our base group of people there, i.e. the people that came last time, and then from that point we can just get even more to hopefully get over 100 people, which I really feel is the least amount to really make an impression. This year we're going to be doing outside 10 Downing Street, in obviously the Prime Minister's office house, and we are going to be meeting at 1 p.m. on Tuesday the 31st of August, not on the 29th, which is normally TI Day, but on the 31st, because the Sunday we felt was not a good idea to have it being a Sunday, less people. The Monday's a bank holiday, so we're doing it on Tuesday the 31st of August this year. And also the address, I mean, obviously you can just type this in, it's 10 Downing Street, it's a very well known place, but I'll give you the address anyway. It's 10 Downing Street, SW1A 2AA, and there's some black gates which are, the nearest we can get to actually Boris Johnson's residence. So we will be protesting outside the black gates, which is where we will meet, and that's where we'll be protesting. Okay, so I just really like to encourage everyone who came down last time, no matter what, just to make it down again this time, and that way we have a base group of people and we can expand on that point, because the whole point of these protests is they should be getting bigger every year. So if we don't get that base group of people down who came last year, then we're really going to struggle to do that. So I really want to emphasize, no matter what it is you're doing, no matter what it is you've got on, please work around it and please be there on the day. Even if there's been some fallings out, or you didn't get on with some people who were there last time, or whatever, or if anything has happened that makes you anxious or fearful about coming down, then please just put that aside and be down on the day. Or any other event that you've booked, please, if you can, recancel that and make your way along. Or if there's any other reason, then just, like I would like to say, is just feel the fear and do it anyway. Just dig deep and commit to be there, okay? And the things will work out. So moving on, I would just like to encourage obviously everyone else to be there who's watching this video and try and get over the 100 mark. I also want to say that we need to put any differences aside, regardless. So if there are any people that you know are going to be there on the day, whoever it is, whether you went last year, whether you're going this year, then let's put all of that aside and let's remember who the true enemy of humanity is here. Because, we are the ones who have been oppressed here and assaulted and victimized, and they want us to fall out and to have these petty differences with people. So let's not allow these people to do that. Let's not allow them to do that. Let's put all differences aside and let's unite and let's make this the best TI day ever. Okay, so I also want to say that even though I am presenting this video, I would just really like to encourage everyone to take personal responsibility to market this far and wide, and and view everyone to view themselves as a co-organizer. Okay, I know that I am the one putting this video on, I'm the one organizing logistics for the day, but everyone needs to take responsibility as a co-organizer to make this event what it can be. And remember, you will see the harvest of them seeds you're planting. So the more action you're taking, the more that you're spreading this event out there, the more you will see that on the day. So let's make this the best day yet, okay? So I also want to say that I'm not going to be available from the 13th to the 27th. So this is also means that other people need to really help in and around this period before the protest to really market this, as I'm not available during that time to do marketing, except for maybe 1 or 2 days in between. Okay, so the other thing I'd really like to say is that last time there are a few things that we can improve from last time, and I really appreciate that people made the effort to come down and really faced their fears, and they came down, and they related, and there was a really good atmosphere. But I just really want to emphasize a few things that I feel would make the day a lot more effective this time. And the first one is everybody must make an effort to bring protest signs down and banners, because last time there was only 2 people that brought them down, and this wasn't enough for people to easily see when they were passing by what our protest was about. I actually brought some signs down, and I switched buses, and they never transferred my signs. But I will be bringing a few signs down this year that I got for the last event, but this is not enough. We only have 2 signs at the moment. We need a lot more. So I'm really want to emphasize this point for everyone to please take personal responsibility to make your signs, make your banners, and be creative. Make them look as good as you can, but the main thing is that we have something that's clear and readable. You can buy protest signs, either the long ones or the short ones that you hold on your hand, and I will put the link in the description of the YouTube video and the Facebook event. However, you can also just make your own, if that feels better to you, and if you're a creative person. And these are really easy to do. They probably won't take you more than an hour, or like an hour and a half max. And if you don't know how to do them, or you don't feel confident doing that, then just type into Google, how to make a good protest sign, and you'll get lots of good information on how to do that. So okay, so that's the protest signs and the banners, and yeah, I just really want to encourage everyone to bring one down this year, and let's really raise the game, because this is about us. This is about us putting the best event we can on. And without protest signs, it's not even worth having a protest on, because no one can see properly what the protest is about, and it also amplifies our message. Okay, so moving on, another thing that I really feel that we can improve from the last time was that when we were at the BBC, a lot of people sat down in the background on the steps, and there was only maybe on average 4 or 5 people really handing the flyers and being very active at the front, handing the flyers out. And the first thing I want to say is that because we didn't have the protest signs, firstly, it wasn't obvious that everyone was in the protest. Secondly, because they weren't stood up, it wasn't entirely obvious that everyone was in the protest, and they weren't being active. We weren't shouting. We weren't all, making an effort to be loud and get our voices heard. These were things that really, I felt, diminished how effective we could have been on the day. So what I'm trying to say is that, okay, if you're feeling just absolutely terrible, you know, and you just need to take a seat, you know, sit down, that's fine, and no one's going to judge you for it. But I really, really want to encourage as much as people can for everyone to be stood up, everyone to be stood up and to be active, be shouting, handing flyers out. If you're not handing flyers out, then shouting and protesting, and being active and standing with the group, standing so that we are all seen to be part of the same protest. So yeah, I can't emphasize this enough. We need to be seen as one group that's protesting and to be as active as possible and shouting and all working together to hand out as many flyers as we can on the day, because the more flyers we get out, the more we get our message out to the public. So these are just a couple of things I really want to really emphasize. And I know we can work on this. We can just simply do a lot better with that this year. Um, so I also would like to ask people, even though we're going to be meeting at 1 p.m. at the protest, I'm coming down from Leeds. That's the earliest I can make it down. I would like to encourage people to be down there for 12 p.m. and commit to being there at the start of the protest and well in advance, because that will ensure what I would like is for everyone to be there from 12 p.m. all the way until the finish at 7. Even though the protest will officially start at 1 and I will only be arriving about 10 to 1, it will be a good time for people just to get to know each other, to build a bit of rapport, maybe to discuss a few tactics for the day, a few strategies, how they're going to make the best of the day, how they're going to protest in the best way. And so aiming to be there by 12, I think will really help that cohesiveness and to build that rapport before we actually start on the day. And I really, really, really want to encourage people to stay for the full duration of the day, because this will show our sticking power, and this will really show the people at 10 Downing Street that we will not be brushed aside, and we are there for the fight. We are in this for the long run, and that we mean business. So I really, really, really want to encourage people to be there before the official start time at 1 p.m. All the way till the official end time at 7:15 p.m. And then when we're finished, I'd really like to encourage. Obviously, it's up to you what you do, and if you have any plans or anything. But it'd be really great if everyone could just go to a cafe or the pub, get a nice bit of food, some drink, and then just relate afterwards. And then we have that time to relate and just put our feet up, so to speak, and really get to know each other. So we will be doing that 7:15. We'll all be going to get something to eat and drink and just and be merry and just breathe a sigh of relief after putting in a good protest. So the next thing I would like to say is about flyers. We have quite a lot of flyers already, but I would just really like to encourage somebody, or at least a few people, to get a few more. We already have the design, so if you're willing to do that, it is literally a case of me sending you the design template, or I can put it in the link below. I'll put it in the link below. But if you need to message me, you can message me. I'll send you that design plate. And if somebody else could bring down maybe another 1,000 flyers, or even 2,000 flyers, that would ensure that we have enough. Because last time we ran out just over 4 hours, and we ran out 5,000. So we need ideally another 2,000 to 3,000, because like I was saying before, if we're all handing flyers out, we could hand out 10,000 plus, in 5 or 6 hours quite easily. So another 2,000 to 3,000 would be ideal. If you only want to do 1,000, that's great, but I'm really asking for people to come forward, as many people as possible, to volunteer to bring a couple of thousand. And if 2,000 is too many, just 1,000 or even 500. But ideally 2,000 or 1,000 would be a good amount. So yeah, we have the designs, so very minimal effort. It is a bit of a monetary investment, but it's worth it for the, it's a team effort. And it's worth it for the protest. Okay. Um, yeah, and I just really want to encourage people to read the description in the YouTube video and read the description in my Facebook event, which obviously I would like you to RSPV going for immediately as soon as you finish watching this video. But I just want to emphasize that everything is being put in the description of the YouTube video and the Facebook event. And so I would really like you to look at each individual point and take each individual point seriously. Please don't just scan read it and think, oh, somebody else will do that, or like, this is not my responsibility so long as I turn up on the day. This is about really raising that game and raising that bar, that we're all taking personal responsibility and viewing it as a group effort and really just feeling the fear and doing it anyway, and doing it for the highest good and really doing it for the team effort. So really look at each one of these points and please really, really listen to the points that I'm making and follow the structure and the advice and what I'm asking people to do, because it's all laid out for you, it's all there. I've covered all the angles, and now I just really need people to listen to all the key points that I'm making and follow them and make an effort to join in and to join that group effort by doing these things, because otherwise there's no point in me making these points, there's no point in me leading this event and saying these things if people are just going to brush them aside and think, I don't need to do that, so long as I turn up on the day. That's not going to maximize our protest, and that's not going to maximize our effectiveness on the day. This is a team effort. I cannot emphasize that enough, and everyone needs to play their part. Please listen to the points that I'm making, and please do everything you can to follow along, because like I say, all the angles have been covered. All the angles have been covered. We just need to follow the plan. Okay, so I'd just like to say a little bit about recording equipment. Please bring as much recording equipment on the day. If you have very high quality cameras and high quality recording equipment, even better, but it's not 100% necessary. We want as many people there recording the event, recording the reactions from the public, and anyone who is very good at live streaming or knows how to live stream. We need to get as many live streams as possible out onto Facebook, out onto Twitter, out onto social media, out onto YouTube. Take as many pictures as you can. Let's really, really stream this live far and wide across the internet and get as much exposure as possible. And that way we can get our message out to the public in the most efficient and effective way. So I'd also like to say that I have a loudspeaker, but I would also like to encourage as many people to buy a loudspeaker and bring loudspeakers down, or if you already have one, bring it down. Great. We need to make as much noise as we can this year. We need to show them that we're pissed, that this is unjust, and these people need to step up their game. These people need to do their job and fulfill their duties as officials of government, of human rights, of the UN, whoever it is. They need to step up their game, because this is just unacceptable that this is going on. It's absolutely unacceptable, and they need to 100% know for a fact that this is unacceptable. That said, I just want to encourage for people to obviously stay within the limits of the law. Don't do anything stupid that's going to get us arrested or chucked away, from the 10 Downing Street. Most people, you'd hope everyone knows what the limits are. They know, not to push it too far, and to not, get to the point where, you're being rude or to the point where you're just going to get asked to move on. Make a noise, make it clear, get that strong emotion across, but please don't do anything stupid. We are there at 10 Downing Street for the long run. We are there for the day, and we want to make sure that we're there for the day. Okay, so even though we're being loud and making a noise and getting all that emotion across, we have to know the limits. We have to stay within the limits of the law, and we have to make sure that we're there for the duration of the day. So yeah, I'd just like to really want to encourage everyone who watches this video, get involved, get down the day, start making your protest and banner sign today. Start making them today. No excuses. Everyone should be down there with a banner or a sign, and that way we know we are getting the maximum visible exposure on the day. So I think that's more or less it. We just need to remember why we're doing this. We're not just doing this for ourselves, but we are doing this because, if we don't do this now, then who will? These abuses are just going to get more and more and more and more. And our children, or the future generation of children, will have to suffer with these abuses. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to live in a society where people are controlled and enslaved by an insidious technology. That is not going to happen, and we must not allow that to happen. We need to make some noise, and we need to make it abundantly clear the torture and the evil intent and maliciousness of this technology and these operations, these insidious operations which are destroying people's lives. So with that said, I just want to say thanks for tuning in, and I know the quality is not great today. I'm having to record on my webcam because my camera actually broke, but thanks for tuning in, and please RSPB early, because the more people that RSPB early and immediately, then it is known that that encourages more people to join and to get involved and to think, yes, I'm going to get come. It inspires them, it motivates them. So please hit that going button early, and let's get more people there than we had last time. Once again, I just want to re-emphasize that the people that came last time, if every single one of them can come as a very starting basis, after that, we are only going to grow the amount of people there. So we've only got a month, but we can do it, okay? Let's get the maximum amount of people there. Share this far and wide. Share it on your social media. Share it across all the Facebook groups. Share it on Twitter. Share it on YouTube. Share it via email campaigns. If any one of you knows someone who has a big mailing list, then use their mailing list. It's a TI mailing list or any mailing list. Use their mailing list in order to leverage the amount of marketing. This is all about the marketing, and we just need to use marketing strategies 101 to really get out there. If you don't know what marketing strategies are, Google it. A lot of it's very simple on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and most of you already know how to do these things. But if you don't, then please get involved and please learn some of these basics, and join in to get this message out there, because we're all in this together. We all need to get the message out, and we're all responsible for doing this. We all need to play our part. Not just me, not just me who's going to market. This is everyone. It's everyone's responsibility, and we need to see ourselves as a co-organizer, as a joint organizer, and that is the best starting point as to how we're going to make the most of this protest. So thank you very much for tuning in. If there is anything that I've missed on this video, I will place it in the description. But I think that's about it. Let's go down there, let's make some noise, and let's do this, and let's come together. And please remember that this is all about uniting, okay? And if there are any differences you have with any people, or any strife or problems with anyone, let's just put it aside, forgive, forget, move on. There's much more important things at play here, like our own freedom and the freedom of future generations. So let's forgive, forget, move on, and let's have a very pleasant atmosphere. And I will be there to make sure that that atmosphere remains pleasant as well, because I want the day to be pleasant and for everything to be smooth within us. We need to be united, okay? Remember who's doing this to us. That's who we need to stop from doing these crimes, and we need to make our voices heard loud and clear to these officials at 10 Downing Street, and make Boris Johnson take some action. Be responsible and take action. Thank you very much for watching this video, and God bless. Take care and much love.